Israel may be a young country, but the tiny nation has already suffered through many wars. While most soldiers might leave the army without any physical injuries, many are mentally affected, and the results can be devastating. Mor Ganot is an Israeli actress who's performing in a play about post-traumatic stress disorder, and she's here to tell us more. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So tell us about this play a little bit that you're performing in. What is it based on?
Okay, so the play called What's Wrong With You? It's about a couple who moves in together. I'm Neta. I'm playing Neta at the show. She's an actress and she's dealing with her boyfriend. His name is Ronnie. He's suffering from PTSD, and he just finished the army. And imagining all his friends, he have like two best friends who went with him in the army, and they went into a war, and he's suffering from a shell shock. He's thinking that he's blaming himself for their death, and you can see them on stage, both of his friends, standing, talking to him and telling him, and like always not letting him forget for a second what happened in the war. So you can see him like he's alive, but he's dead inside.
So most people don't really understand what post-traumatic stress disorder is, and it's actually something that many Israelis face because so many go through the army here. What are some of the main challenges when dealing with this issue? You know, you're playing a girlfriend and you're dealing with a boyfriend who has this problem. Yeah,
I think that living here in Israel, you know, it's a very stressful place to live here, and I think that not only just as his girlfriend, I think that even as a family member or whatever it is that you're dealing with, or even living here, you go to a security check in the mall and you're going to a bus transportation and you feel fear of it, and you're afraid when you hear a fire alarm and you think that, you know, you need to go to find the next shelter. So it's hard living here, so I think that everyone can relate to it. You don't only have to go through PTSD. And I think the show talks about the problem that people don't talk about it. I mean, so that's why I think the play is very important for you to understand and to raise the subject.
It's interesting that it's not something that's spoken about that much here. Why do you think that's the case?
I think that people are afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to you know, people trying to be very manly after finishing the army and very cool of them, and then they go through it and they see that they can't really maintain a normal life. You have to talk about it.
What has the reaction been to this show, you know, especially for viewers who have dealt with this issue or have family members that are dealing with this issue?
So every show we go on stage and we talk to the audience. It's really important to us to hear what people think about it. They ask us questions, they share their stories. We had one time a man was like 70 years old. He hadn't spoken in 50 years. He went on stage and he talked for like 20 minutes sharing his story. So it's pretty amazing.
Well, it's amazing to see how theater is educational in a certain sense, and it's also bringing this out of people. It's giving a platform for people to talk about this issue.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So you must be proud to be in that. So the name of the theater where you perform is called Pnima Theater. Yeah. And for those who don't speak Hebrew, what does Pnima mean?
Okay, so Pnima means inside, and it's inside the soul. So like Ronnie from the show, we see the inside of him, that he has all sort of monsters coming alive. And I also believe that it's not only inside the Ronnie, it's inside the whole society, because all of us, like I said, are dealing with different levels of trauma. So that's the idea of the name.
So okay, I guess the final question here is, where can we see your show? Where's the next place we can go and watch it?
So we're gonna have a show in the 10th of May. It's gonna be the Memorial Day ceremony. It's gonna be on the Museum of Tel Aviv. So anyone who wants to come, we'll be happy to invite you all.
Well, it sounds amazing, and I definitely want to go and check out the show. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.